know. Not really sure why, but my anxiety is super up. Probably because I've been sitting in the house for 2 days doing nothing. I need to get up and find something to do, but holidays, being at home by myself. It's so weird to hate being by yourself, but to rather be here alone than be kind of in my head right now, which is probably why my anxiety is up, because I've sat here and convinced myself that I'm the problem. I think that's the back and forth. That's what the back and forth does. When he's bad and I know I've done nothing wrong, then I can blame him. I know. But when he's good and I'm still mad and I'm still hurt, then I feel guilty for being mad and hurt. And then I convince myself that I'm the problem. I'm the reason why we can't ever get better. Like, I've convinced myself that I'm the narcissist. And maybe I am. I mean, we all have narcissistic tendencies, right? I mean, we all do things that at some point in time will make us semi-narcissistic, right? I don't even really know what put this in my head. I think I've been browsing Facebook and I've seen where, like, talking about narcissists tend to ruin holidays, and I've thought about all the times that we've went out and my feelings get in the way, and I cause problems because of my fear. So that made me, that convinced me that because of the fear of him and other women, him and things, and they'll stop. But I don't know if I mentioned this in the videos I posted yesterday. Trying to make them shorter so they're easier to post, because it took me a week to upload the videos from last weekend, and that's dangerous to have on my phone. So I'm trying to make them short so I can get them uploaded before he gets home so I can get rid of them. But before we went to his mom's for Thanksgiving, I had gotten dressed and had mentioned that I was uncomfortable, and so he starts yelling at me. He's like, "You need to change. We're not going anywhere until you change." And I'm like, "I'm not changing. I like what I'm wearing. I'm just uncomfortable because I've been, I'm so used to wearing my clothes that I work in, because that's all I ever do. I'm either in pajamas or I'm wearing my work clothes, because we don't do anything." We've been on the weekend. He's been on the weekend schedule for 2 months now. Even before that, we never had the money because he never has a job. So we never really do anything. Plus, we used to go on a date like once a week, and we used to take turns, and then it was always me having to pay for it, and then I got tired of doing it. Plus, he would always ruin it by being anxious or like constantly accusing me of looking at people or trying to fuck other people, and what, who you looking for, because I just look around or be polite. If we had a male waiter, he would fucking accuse me of trying to fuck him, and it just got to the point to where it wasn't worth it. Like, we would try to go to the movies, and if we were sitting somewhere and somebody sitting near us, it it got to the point to where it wasn't worth the hassle anymore. And then we would go try to do like outdoorsy things. And I am short and fat, and I'm not much of an outdoorsy person because I get eat up by mosquitoes. I don't like bugs. I'm terrified of snakes. I'm a very, very cautious person. Always have been. I've never really been an outdoorsy person. I like to go on walks, like at a park that's meant for walking. I even kind of like to go fishing if I can get, like if I can walk down to it. I don't want to have to climb. I don't want to have to risk getting hurt. It's not something I want to do. And he always wanted to go to places that we had trouble getting to, and then I would get scared and my anxiety would get up, and then he would treat me like shit for it. Or when we were friends with his friends, we'd go fishing, and they would always take us to like the most inconvenient places, and he would get mad at me because I was too scared to climb down fucking 15-foot fucking drop, and I weighed 260, I weighed more then, but 260 pounds, and I'm short and have no body strength, and I'm not climbing down that stuff. I'm not, you know what I mean? I didn't want to get hurt. And he would always just be so mean to me about things, and would say that I was embarrassing and that I should stop being chicken shit. And like we would go like swimming and stuff, and then like he would pick me up and throw me, or would like we used to go swimming at the lake, but every time we would go, there would be a bunch of girls, and I would catch him staring. And while it's not necessarily wrong to look, there's looking and there's staring. And then when I would start getting upset, then he would be real hostile and defensive, and it would always be my fault. And then I would be crazy, and and like I can't even go to Walmart with him because like I said, he never really, he's never really kept a job. It's always been a very big struggle. I'm several $1,000s in debt well, not several thousand, but a few $1,000s in debt with loans, trying to keep us afloat, keep us from losing our house, where he's not kept a job, either from blowing up and getting fired or from just simply quitting. I don't even know what I was saying, but going to Walmart, Walmart. And like I can't even like go to Walmart with him without like having panic attacks, because we would go into Walmart and he would just constantly, I want this, I want this, I want this, like a fucking child. And I would be like, I can't afford that, I can't afford that. And then he would get mad, and then he would, like, in the earlier days of our relationship, he would always accuse me of looking at other men and trying to fuck other men. And at one point in time, my ex actually worked at the Walmart, and that was a problem, and I wasn't, you know what I mean? It was very hostile going anywhere with him, and then him constantly asking for things, and then anything I bought was wrong, and he always had something to say. So going to Walmart with him, going anywhere shopping with him is a hassle. It causes me to have panic attacks. Just simply being in the vehicle with him causes me to have panic attacks. Sometimes I have to double up on my nervous medicine. I don't know how much I dipped into it, but like I've said that he's pulled us off the road with me going 65 miles an hour, by jerking my steering wheel. He's actually broken things inside my car, where he's gotten rough inside the car while I'm driving, and like trying to drive the car, or like trying to put the car in to drive while I'm in the car, and I'm trying to keep it from going anywhere. Like I think he even might have caused some damage to my engine, doing some stupid shit one day. But he's raked into a house, which might not have necessarily been his fault, but if he hadn't have been driving the way he was, he would have been able to stop, and he wouldn't have slid into the house. And it was muddy, and because he was going so fast that when he hit the brakes, he couldn't stop enough time to the car for this car to stop before it hit the grass. So whenever it hit the grass, it continued to slide, and we hit the trailer, the hitch of the trailer. And he's there was the same day with that, he was doing like 95 miles an hour going down the highway and was speeding in between traffic, and I was so scared for my life. There was a dirt road that was very, very back dirt road, gravel dirt road. Live in the South, we still have those. But very bad, curvy road, very dangerous road. I think they finally actually paved it recently, but at the time was very dangerous, and he was drunk, and he was doing about 95 miles an hour on that road at nighttime, and I thought we were gonna die, but he did it because he hurt my feelings, and I was sitting there crying, and he got mad because I was crying. So I can't even like anytime we go anywhere, I have to drive because I can't trust him. But then he's gotten to the point to where he critiques everything I do driving. We pulled up to a stop sign and I stopped, and then I took off. It was a 4-way stop where it's a 1-way road. The 4-way stop, the road that is, you know, you can go straight, and the one that it crosses is a 1-lane road. There was nobody coming. I stopped, come to a complete stop, and there was a cop sitting in the lot, and I stopped, and I took off. It wasn't like it was a short stop, but it wasn't a rolling stop. And he's like, next time you pull up to a stop sign with the cops in there, don't you think you ought to stop? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you did a rolling stop. I'm like, no, I didn't. I come to a complete stop. And he's like, no, the fuck you didn't. I'm just trying to keep you from getting a ticket. And like, he like critiques everything that I do. I don't like pulling out in front of people. So he will be like pulling out of a store or a restaurant, and he'll be like, go, 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 go. And so I panic. It almost caused us to have a wreck one day because he was rushing me, and he kept rushing me, and he kept getting mad. And the madder he got, the more anxious and scared I got. So I pulled out and actually almost got hit because he just kept on and kept on and kept on. And then the thing about it is so like I talked to him. He talks to me on his way home, and all he does is road rage. Like he just complains about people. You know, all he does is complain. All right, I'm gonna stop this and finish.